Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Noel, for those of you who don't know me. I'm Anita from Kenya, and on this channel we do everything crafty, from knitting, sewing, crochet and all that. So if any of this aligns to your favorite content on YouTube, you may give me a subscribe as we move on. So let's go direct to the point. In today's episode, I'm of course going to share with you what I've been working on in regards to my needs. This week I've mostly been working on accessories. I haven't had a big project so far, and that's because I've been a little bit busy. Another reason as to why I've been knitting mostly accessories and not bigger projects is that I'm trying to use up my scrap yarns. I don't have much of them, but I have some that I just want to get rid of them. So that's why I'm trying to use up the scrap yarns of smaller projects, so that when I start up the bigger projects, I'll have used them all up. So without further ado, let's go direct to my finished items. There are just two, not really two, maybe four, but three of the same type finished knit, and it's a beanie. This beanie is knitted in two colors of yarn, and that's an orange, a burnt pumpkin orange, and a white. So after combining one strand of orange and one strand of white, this is the turnout. I really love this color combo. As you can see, it is knit in ribbing. It is ribbing all through. Then when you get to the end, there are 2 points of reducing. You can see this point here. Then there is another one at the back here. So there are two. This is a yarn that I've had for quite some time. If you watched my previous podcast, I bet you saw the orange honeycomb ear warmer, then the Harry Potter ear warmer. I made both of them in the burnt pumpkin orange, which is this yarn. So the leftovers from that project was a bit small. I could not make another new project in that, because then I'll be playing yarn chicken, which is not fun. So I decided to put the two together and came up with this beanie. So after making this successfully and coming up with this beautiful beanie, I went back and found another orange, a bowl of orange that was 50 grams. I also had the white, so I did not buy the white, I only got the orange, and I came up with another 2 more beanies. So we have a total of 3 beautiful beanies in orange and white. I really hate this camera. About the patterns of these beanies, crocheting a beanie in the round is not the hardest thing. So crocheting from the bottom of the beanie to around where the increases starts, I did it from my own knowledge. But when it came to reducing, I used a pattern because I've been struggling so much on how to reduce. So the pattern gives you the 2 points of reducing. So you reduce on this. It's a rapid reduce, but you don't reduce it all the way to the end. So you reduce it until you have a number of stitches left on the hooks, and that's when you join the stitches here. So you reduced here, you also reduced here, but the amount of stitches remaining, you have to sew them together. I'll be linking the pattern in the description box, so whoever wants to try it, you can go ahead and make one for yourself. So the pattern that I used for the third beanie gives you 4 decrease points, something that I'm yet to familiarize with. That's why I ended up with a very big mess, but it is not as big. Now look at this here. After decreasing, I don't know where I went wrong, because I ended up with something with these 4 corners at the top. But when I look at the pattern, the owner did not end up with this. So I don't know where I went wrong, but I did not sew it all the way, which means I can unravel it up to where the decreases start. Then from there I can just do my 2 points decrease. Yeah, I can do my 2 points decrease so that it is like this and not like that. So that's all from my beanies. I used 5mm needles on this. This is a kid size. As you can see, it is smaller than the rest. Then this follows in size. This one is much bigger, which means it can fit me. This one is still in the kids gap, but it can still fit, but it has a tight fit, which I don't like much. They are yet to be blocked. That's why you can see some holes poking through, which is okay. I'll be blocking it later, but I just wanted to do this podcast and show you first. So that's all about these beanies. Now let's go to my next project, my next finished item, and it is also a beanie, but a cuter one, because look at this. So this is obviously a Mickey themed beanie. It is knit in 1 strand red. This red is picking up as pink on the camera, but it's not. It's red, a horrendous red, a very bright red that screams in your face red. So this is it. Then the black is a worsted yarn from Ken Knit. Yeah, 1 strand of spin knit in red. That is Robin's from Spin Knit. Then 1 strand of black from Ken Knit. I don't know, maybe I'm confusing myself. But yes, it is light because it is just 1 strand all the way. So the ribbing is quite long, as you can see. I did knit about 15 centimeters of ribbing. Then from there, you do some few increases because the ribbing is a bit tight and it cannot fit well on a baby's head. So you do some increases around here. Then you pick up the stocking knit method and continue knitting about, was it 8 centimeters or 10 centimeters? Then from there you do a yarn change. Yeah, you change the yarn to black. You also knit about 10 centimeters in black. So when you are done with the black, you don't cast off. So you just join it up. As you can see, you just join it up. It is not the neatest, but I just join up the stitches. Then you will end up with very sharp corners. That's when you take the needle and sew this part up to make these ears, like the ears. Let's just say the ears. To make the ears, you do the same on the other side. You put it up, sew it up to make the ears. And that's how you end up with this. I really wanted to add on a bow, but I couldn't. Why? Because I ran out of this red color. Remember, this is all scrap yarns, the leftovers. So I did not have enough for the bow, and choosing a black or white bow would have been too much for me. That's according to me. So that's why I decided to leave it like this. I think this is it for this project. I used 3mm needles. This one is already blocked. That's why you can see the stitches are really well defined, which I like so much. So this is it, guys. This is the last one of my finished items. And about my whips, I only had one whip, the green mushroom sweater. I just have one whip on my needles right now. It is not in my needles, it is kept away because I still don't know the fate of that sweater, the green sweater, the mushroom sweater that I showed you the last time. I can't seem to pick up that project. I also lost interest in making it. I don't know why. It just seems to be something too heavy for now. I've been very busy and I just don't want something big, a project that is that big. So I'm struggling with that one. At one point I thought maybe I should just unravel it and use that yarn for something else. But I'm still thinking about it. I'm yet to unravel it because there is something in there. There is something in there that is telling me, maybe you can finish this or maybe not, or let it just be there. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So I don't have another whip. I'm planning to cast on more. I just don't know when, but I know in the next podcast I'll have something to show you. I'm also working on another big project which I cannot reveal right now. I'll be telling you as days goes by because the big reveal is in August. So it's an event. It's an event which I'm not going to talk about it right now, but we'll talk about it. We'll see. I'll also vlog about the process and everything, so you will not feel left out. But yes, that's it for today. If you did manage to watch up to this end, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to my nonsense, to my rambling. This is what makes me happy. So if it made you happy too, please give me a subscription and I will really appreciate it. So until next time, bye bye.